But it all starts with you. If you're starting out and you're parallel with a bunch of losers or people who ain't really doing things with their life, that is when it's the hardest, because literally everybody around you is going to drain the ideas out of you, is going to drain the greatness out, because they don't know anything else. You have to fucking trust your vision, believe in your vision, and follow your vision 100%. You have to listen to that own internal voice that you have and block out what the fuck everybody else is saying. And once you prove yourself right at least once, or you break one of society's limits or your own limits, you will never listen to them ever again. And that's when greatness starts forming. Like for me, when that changed and when that happened, when I stopped listening to people, is when I was working and I told some guy I wanted to go to the gym 6 days a week, and he was just fucking flooding my brain with a whole bunch of mediocre bullshit of some articles that he read that, oh, you're going to strain your muscles, you're going to tear your muscles, you won't be able to recover, you're just going to get diminishing returns. And he's just blurting out what he heard the fucking next guy said. He doesn't know. He doesn't even fucking go to the gym himself. He just read some bullshit article from somebody who probably doesn't work out, some fucking scientist or whatever the fuck. But once you set your mind to something, and once you just don't give a fuck, like I'm going to go to the gym 6 days a week because I want to get huge fucking fast. And if I feel soreness, if I feel pain, or whatever I may feel that day, I'm going to push through, and whatever happens, fucking happens. I'm just going to go out with a blaze of glory. Fuck it. So I started going to the gym 6 days a week, and my shit was fucking sore as fuck. My shoulders, my chest, absolutely everything. But then my body learned to adapt. It's like, okay, well, this kid isn't going to stop. He's going each and every single day, so we got to recover faster than the average human being, because he's not going to slow down. He's not going to give us a break. We don't have a week to fucking recover, because he's not just going to the gym 1 day a week. And that's just how it is. If you go to the gym 1 day a week, you have the rest of the week to recover, and your body will be used to that. So you're probably going to be sore for a longer amount of time, unlike me, where I didn't even give my body a chance. I would be fucking sore at the gym, but continuously I'd just keep pushing forward. Now flash forward 6 months later, I am bigger than all of these fucking guys. And they're like, oh, are you on steroids? Are you juicing? No, I just didn't fucking listen to you. And I showed up when you didn't want to show up, and I put in the work when you didn't want to put in the work, and I went fucking 6 days a week. And I trained with purpose. I trained with absolute intensity. And here I stand going to the gym 6 days a week, proving that motherfucker wrong, that your body, yes, it can adapt and it can recover no matter what the fuck you do to it. Because it's not like I'm going to the gym and slightly training. I'm going 110% and leaving it on the line. But yet, here I stand, I'm not sore. I feel fucking amazing. This is the best I've ever felt in my entire life. But then I just started to recognize a pattern. Like everything that was beneficial to me and everything that was the best thing I've ever done in my entire life, people would shit on it and they would try to throw it to the side and say it was impossible. And then I would do it and it was the best thing I've ever done. And I'm like, damn, okay. So I started doing content. People are like, nope. Like you're going to the gym, you're doing content, you're doing too much. You're just going to have like shitty sleeps and you won't be able to operate or function at work. Nope, I go to bed at 1 a.m. each and every single night. I realize a pattern that everything that I would try to go and pursue that was beneficial and felt right for me, like just whatever my internal voice was saying, it's like, go do this, and then I'll go follow that idea. Everybody would shit on the idea and they would say it's impossible, and they would huck it to the fucking side and say, no, you can't do that. And it's like your dream will be tested. Whatever you feel inside and whatever you want to chase in your life, it's not going to be no easy fucking path. Like your dream will be tested, and I feel like it's God being like, do you really want this shit? Well, go and fucking fight for it. It just makes it so worth it once you listen to yourself instead of other people like an individual should, and you go out and you do that and you listen to yourself. You gain so much confidence from that, and you just feel so good about that. Like, I didn't listen to you guys, I listened to myself, and that was just like, I just proved myself right, and I proved you guys wrong. And when you do that once, well, you're gonna want to do it again, because you realize there's a pattern going on, that you can do anything in this fucking life. You just gotta keep showing up. You just gotta be dedicated. You just gotta be motivated. You just gotta actually want it and pray for the things you want and just keep beating down on the path. I'm like, yeah, it's not fucking easy. It's not going to come easy if you're slacking off and not putting in quality work. It's not going to work out for you. But if you're giving it all you have in a day and you're going 110% each and every single day, and you got God on your side and you're praying for that shit, And if you believe in manifestation, you're doing that as well. Like, it's just gonna work out for you. Like, why the fuck is that vision? Why the fuck is that belief inside of you in the first place? Like, why would that just be planted inside of you? Like, your spirit is designed to follow that path. And a lot of people, they'll just listen to society and conform to whatever the fuck they're doing because they want to fit in instead of standing out and creating something new. But yeah, that vision is inside of you for a reason. It's God-given. And yeah, it's going to take some balls, because if I want to be a content creator, well, I'm going to have to fucking go out and film in public and do things that make me uncomfortable and film in the gym and do all of these things. So you got to be willing to actually take the next step that you have to take. And you just have to keep taking more steps and putting more time and energy into what you want to do. You know, you can't be complacent. You can't be stagnant. You got to show whoever the fuck is watching that you really want this shit. You got to put the work in. You can't just be doing the same shit and expecting a different result. But yeah, I'm just saying, follow the vision inside and you will become the greatest version of yourself. So like, stop fucking making excuses. Stop being a fucking bitch. Like, you can blame people for the rest of your life. You can be a fucking victim pussy, but who is that really helping? Like, nobody cares how the fuck you feel. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about what the fuck you're doing. So work hard. Make a name for your fucking self. Complaining and bitching, nobody's gonna give a fuck. You're just gonna die a fucking loser and nobody's gonna remember your name. Like, crying and moaning, what the fuck is that gonna do for you? You want sympathy from people so you can feel a sense of confidence or whatever the fuck? Like, go out and put the work in and become someone. Then you will actually be satisfied and you wouldn't be a victim. You would be a fucking victor. You would feel amazing about yourself. Like, that's what the spirit needs, and that's what the spirit feeds on, is progress, is accomplishments, is fucking continuously chasing something that lights your heart on fire, that you actually enjoy, and breaking your own limits. That's what's gonna make you happy, not fucking being a pussy bitch who's just complaining. Like, if you do that, you are just destroying yourself instead of building yourself. Like, just go out and, yeah, it's gonna take a lot of discipline. Like, you think I wanna go to the gym 6 days a week? I mean, maybe now I do because the momentum's built, but it's not always easy. But it's fucking worth it, each and every single time. But yeah, honestly, I feel like the people who went through the most trauma or the most bullshit, or who had a rough upbringing, or just who had an uncomfortable experience growing up, or family problems, or whatever the fuck, are meant to be the greatest, or they're just meant to really do something on this planet. Because without all the bullshit, without all the wake-up calls in my life, like, I've been through a car accident that almost took my life. I had my best friend almost pass away in my arms. I went through 3 fucking stepdads. And I'm not even gonna get into that. Fucking losing my grandma. Fucking just always feeling like an outcast, or just like I don't fit into society at all. Always having a huge fucking vision in a society or just a fucking community that does not, when I was younger, just made me feel like a fucking weirdo. Like, there's just so many things I've been through, and there's so many times I've been kicked down and fucking stomped down and told, no, you can't do this, you can't do that, you're not that person. And after a while, you just want to prove fucking everyone wrong, no matter what. And you're ready to fight tooth and nail. And you're not going to get that from living a comfortable experience or having a comfortable upbringing where your fucking life's all fine and dandy. You need a fucking rough background that's going to give you that fight, that dog mentality. That, no, you can't fucking tell me no, I'm getting it regardless. Because once you start to chase your path and chase what you want to do, you're going to have so many people telling you no. You're going to have the haters. You're going to have a lot of people trying to get into your mind and make you question yourself and make you fuck yourself over because they want to see you fail. And you're going to have your own mind battling yourself, so you need that fucking grit. You need that fucking rough background to be that beast who can accomplish what they want to accomplish in this life. Because it's not easy. The more you fucking push towards your goals, the more you're going to stand out in society. The more of a sore thumb you're going to be. The more flashy you're going to become. The more invested you are in what you're doing, the more crazier you're going to look on the outside. And you're going to have a lot of people coming in and being like, yo, what the fuck? Making you question yourself, making you question your path. That's where the faith comes in. That's why God is so fucking important. Because if you don't have him, like, what the fuck are you going to believe in? You're going to believe in literally nothing. And if you're believing in nothing, trying to chase something that's everything, well, then how the fuck are you going to do that? It's not easy. But yeah, all I have in my life is fucking God and myself. And obviously my family as well. Like, I have a lot of motivating factors. And it all fucking, the weight of the world's on my back to make sure I fucking do more. And I set my family free from this fucking realm of slavery. And not only that, but just prove that we can do so much more. And there's so much more in this life to accomplish. And I can open, and like to just be that man or be that person who can go out and lead with action and fucking open up more doors. That people are like, oh, I didn't know you could go here. I didn't know that was fucking possible. And then they'll follow my lead, and then we'll fucking just accomplish more. Just like in the gym, I'm working my fucking ass off, going way past my limits, not even doing sets, and doing unlimited reps. And nobody in my environment or nobody in that gym was doing it at the start. And after a while, a couple weeks, a couple months go by, and you see people beside me who are barely doing jack shit when I first seen them. And now they're, doing what I'm doing. You lead by example, and you can influence people. They'll start doing what you're doing because they're like, oh, this guy is fucking putting his all into this workout. He's not even doing sets. He's just doing unlimited reps, and he's not fucking injured. He's not, ripping something. Like, apparently you can do that. Apparently your fucking body can handle that. And then they'll go and do it. And whether it be dreams or aspirations, you need a visionary or someone who has belief, like me, to go out and grab it, to be like, yeah, that shit's possible. It's just the fucking system that we live in, the fucking matrix, makes you think everything is impossible so they can keep you enslaved and working that shit-ass fucking 9-to-5 job. And you need visionaries or people who go against the grain or people who just don't fucking walk with society to break the norm and create something new. Because if I was just grouped in with all these people and I didn't think for myself and I wasn't an individual, I wouldn't be able to do this shit. I'd just be doing what everyone else is doing. But just make sure, like, when you're on your path to success or whatever the fuck, like, when you're chasing greatness or chasing whatever the fuck, you're being a positive influence and you're helping out as much people as you possibly can. Like, that's a strong man. It's easy to be toxic. It's easy to be a fucking asshole. It's easy to be a prick because I've been through so much pain. But for you to drop all of that and really just go out and be a positive influence is fucking powerful. And that's a strong man. Who can look one of his enemies in the eyes and still be willing to help, or at least be understanding. That's a strong person. Because when you lead with emotion and you give in to your haters or you give in to your enemies, you're just draining yourself. It's not doing anything for you. You're just giving away your power to them. You may think you're backing yourself up or you're defending yourself, but you're really just giving away your power. You're just feeding them your energy, and they'll steal it, and you'll have nothing left. So don't lead with emotion. That's why it's so important to be a positive person, to be a positive influence. If you're, receiving hate or whatever it may be, actually try to help out that person because they're probably going through something or they're just jealous of you. And jealousy is not a bad thing. It's just an indicator of, like, you're jealous of this person because you want that inside. You want to be that person. You want what they have. So you should listen to that and follow that gut instinct and become that person. Just do what they're doing. Or at least try. And it's not going to be easy. Like, if you're looking up to me and you're like, damn, he's going to the gym 6 days a week. How do you do that? It's a momentum. It's not like when I fucking first started this shit, I was just straight to it, running and gunning. I had my struggles. I had fucking days where I wanted to give up, where I was like crying in the bathroom, where I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? You just keep going. And now I'm down the fucking line, halfway to the finish line, and now it's your turn to put that sacrifice in. You're not going to get to where I am without the sacrifice that I fucking did. You're going to have to go through the same shit to be where I'm at. So if you want it, well, then you're going to have to put in the work that I did. And it's just like for me, if I'm looking at someone up here who's doing more than me, I'm going to have to put in the sacrifices and the hard work that they did to be in that position. Nothing's fucking free. And success has no room for laziness. It's not just fucking giving out to people who are fucking doing jack shit. Like, you got to work for it every single day. And listen, if you're not where you want to be, it's not the end of the world. I'm 23, and this was like my year when everything fucking changed. Before that, I had so many setbacks. I had so many failures. I had so many fucking just down and out moments. And the reason I even got in that car accident is because I was depressed. And I was driving, and I was just like, man, like, oh, I can't do this shit anymore. Like, that's really how I thought. I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. Not like I intentionally fucking crashed my vehicle, but in my mind, I was like, I wouldn't mind crashing. Like, I don't care if I fucking crash and I'm gone. Like, that's how I honestly felt. Because I just failed so many times. Like, it is mandatory that you keep moving forward. If you want to continue to keep rising and going to the next level and progressing your life forward into a new direction, you need to overcome the adversity in your life. You're going to be living inside of it. When you overcome obstacles and the trials and tribulations, that's momentum that you can take forward into the next chapter if you overcome it. And when you keep overcoming these obstacles, nobody can tell you shit. And you need that mindset in this life because everybody's trying to tell you shit. And when you have a strong enough mind that's, you're your own individual and you keep overcoming these things, you'll just become unstoppable. And that's why you have to keep fucking showing up. Even though, some days it feels like you're failing. Some days it feels like it's a setback. You're not going anywhere. You're not making any results. No one's even witnessing it. Or like, you could have every fucking thought in your mind telling you to give up. And you can just feel inadequate. You could be comparing. You could be whatever it may be. But just keep showing up. Keep fighting. And on the other side of that, I promise you, you will see the light. And you will get you'll get the results that you wanted. You'll get the rewards. You'll get everything that you ever imagined. But you just got to keep showing up. I promise you, it's always going to be worth it. To continuously keep breaking your limits. And to continuously keep pushing yourself to the next level. Because if you fall, it is death. And you know that. The only way is forward. And the further you go, it does not get easier. You're now entering the territory of becoming great. And you expect that to be a fucking walk in the park? Absolutely not. The more you ask from God, the more you ask and demand from life, the more it will demand from you. The more you will be tested. And if you can survive each and every single trials and tribulations and every single level and every single barrier and every single test, the more you will advance in this life. It's up to you and how far you can take it and how much you can handle. So I feel like the worse you had it when you were growing up, and the more traumatic experiences you had, and the more setbacks and the more failures, and the more you had people bickering saying you can't do this, that, and the third, those people are truly meant to be great because you need that grit. You need that fire inside of you to prove every fucker wrong and prove yourself right. You need that. And that doesn't come from living some comfortable fucking experience. That comes from pain, that comes from suffering, that comes from, a rough upbringing. And I honestly believe the worse it is, the better off you'll be, because you need a fucking tough mindset. Because everybody in this world is the same. And if you're going to try to stand out and become great, the attention, the flashiness, it's all eyes on you. You're going to stick out like a sore thumb. And you know damn well some of these people don't have good intentions. You need the mental fortitude to be able to withstand everything that comes at you. Not only just withstand, but also to keep progressing and to keep moving forward. Despite everything that's in your way, or despite everybody who's trying to hold you back, despite absolutely everything, if you can continuously keep moving forward and progressing and fighting, I promise you, you will get everything you want out of this life. You just got to keep showing up. And that's it. All that silent work will speak volumes in the future. It doesn't go unnoticed, trust me. God's not going to do you like that. It's all building up to your moment. Just keep fighting, keep believing. It's not easy, but neither is giving up. Peace.